Hello everyone, this is Captain Yasmin from Seabird International. Today I'll be discussing the topic which is very common and most of the students, they are little confused about it. Like that is the grief counseling, and you can just explore the grief counseling topics and you can just try to implement these words or these lines just to try to do it. And the thing is, you have to just use these lines according to the topic. These are the common ones and you can just implement according to the respective role play. And most important, the thing is, when you are talking to a grief like the person who is in grief and you have to discuss few things, these lines will definitely help you in your role play. So let's discuss the first one, that is, can you tell me about your loved one? Of course, you have to just probe that person, because probing is really important, because that person is already in grief. How he or she is going to discuss his problems. So first of all, you have to discuss and you have to just probe, and you can just start the conversation in this way, that can you please explain or can you please tell me something about your loved one, because then the person will start ventilating his or her feelings. Then you can easily start the conversation by using this line. Let's move on to the next one, that is, the death of a loved one is one of the life's most difficult experiences, of course, because you can just start it in this way also. Like, I know that this is the most difficult situation for you. I know, I can understand that how you might be feeling, how you must be feeling. I can understand that. You can start it in this way. That person will feel that this other person who is talking to you, that talking to him or her, that person is realizing, or I can say the right word is empathizing, because if you're going to show your empathy, that person will definitely ventilate his or her feelings. Let's move on to the next one. Someone to lean can help them through the grieving process. You can use this line like there should be someone who there should be someone in your family on whose shoulder you can just lean on, and you can just discuss your problems and discuss your feelings. So you can use this line also. And then is acknowledge the situation, and you can just tell him that I heard that your so and so died, or something like that. You can start in this way also. You just start acknowledging, and that person will start ventilating the feelings, and try to earn his trust. Because if a person is getting like comfortable with you and he's having trust on you, he will definitely ventilate his feeling or her feelings. And then you can start suggesting in this way. You can just tell, do you feel like talking? Express your feelings to me. Try to cope up with current changes in your life. You can use these lines to just make him understand the situation. And these are the things which you can suggest. Like, the first thing is empty chair technique. Empty chair technique is, you can suggest that person, you can just keep a chair in one room and you just start ventilating your feelings with that person. Because if a patient is not able to understand the situation, you can, being a nurse or being a health professional, you just suggest that empty chair technique will help you. As empty chair technique is just like that. Assume that the person you have lost, that person is sitting on that chair, and start ventilating your feelings. You will definitely feel better. And then second one is, suggest writing a letter to the deceased to express your thoughts and feelings. Of course, because when you're going to write a letter, that is just the expression of feelings and desires, or you can say the thoughts. Because when a person is writing a letter to a deceased one, then he or she can express each and everything to that person. And even maybe being a health professional, you may help in the ventilation of the feeling, but still there are few things which he don't want to discuss. So in that way, you can just tell that person or suggest that person that he can write a letter to the deceased. And then is the memory box. It's just like that. You just suggest that person, he can keep a memory box and start collecting the things which that person used to like most. That is also remind you regarding that person or your loved one. It's a really good suggestion. And then the grief clubs, that person can join the grief clubs. That is just going to help him to overcome the situation. And you can use the same word, that is to overcome the current changes in his life. And then is just try to instruct him, then don't sit isolated, because if the person is going to sit isolated, then he will keep on memorizing the thoughts, and he may cry and he may worst his condition. So just suggest him that do not sit isolated, or you may suggest that try to fulfill his or her desire or wishes. And moreover, you have to make her understand that whosoever has come on this earth, that person has to go. So you just try to convince him or her that I know it's an irreparable loss, but still you have to bear it. You have to go on. You just join your job and think about your family. If there is someone in your family, even that person can go to some old age home. He can spend his time on like on the deceased birthday or anniversaries. That will also give a very good impact. So just try to make that situation understand and just acknowledge it accordingly. So this is all from my side. Stay tuned with us. Have a great day.